Through their history, the Summerville Bears have had dozens of opponents, and one they have yet to lose to are the Denair Coyotes. They come to town to face off against the Summerville Bears at Thorstead Field. You're watching Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV.
What do you think of when you hear the word raining? The thing with the English language, you can hear a word that sounds the same as another. For most people, they heard raining and imagined this. Dark, gloomy, wet. But for Tuolumne County, they heard raining, as in reigning champs. The Summerville Bears have a share of the Motherlode League title. He's gonna go! He's gonna take it! For the first time, the Summerville Bears are the Sac Joaquin section champions.
It'll try to answer quickly. He breaks past the secondary.
From league to section and now state champions, it's the Summerville Bears.
Touchdown, Summerville!
The reigning champions return to the gridiron. Summerville Bears football is on NorCal Sports TV. Tuolumne County, where we win big.
Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores, and by my side, we have someone new, the former Central Catholic High School quarterback, Dalton Duracette. Welcome to Thorstead Field.
Thanks, Levi. Good to be here.
So you are not only a former quarterback in the high school realm, but you're also a now coach at Ceres High. Looking at these two teams between Summerville and Denair, you've seen Denair, you watched a little bit of game film from Ripon Christian last week. What are you prepared for tonight?
I'm prepared for this to be a quick, fast-paced game. Don't know much about Denair. Watching the Summerville game, very good football team. A couple of mistakes last week hurt them, but good teams bounce back from weeks before, and I expect Summerville to bounce back and to do what they should do and handle business.
The Summerville Bears are the reigning 6A state champions, but last week facing off against the Ripon Christian Knights, they only had 197 yards of offense, which is the lowest in a regular season game since 2023 back on October 27th when they played the crosstown rivals, the Sonora Wildcats. 99 of those yards were from two plays, a 58-yard pass to Luke Larson and a 41-yard rushing touchdown from Leveros as well, in which Leveros is the workhorse of the team. He's the quarterback. He's been looking to throw in the last week. Maybe we'll see that again today, but it's the run from Leveros that keeps this game moving. How can they get away from those legs of Leveros to make sure the defense knows they're going to do something different?
They got to spread the ball out offensively. They got to find their weapons to get the pressure off the quarterback. Being a former quarterback, trying to put too much stress on yourself and think you have to do everything's a lot. So hopefully the coaching staff prepared him this week and spreads the ball out and gets different playmakers the ball and hopefully keep the pressure off of him and keep him injury-free.
The Summerville Bears are known as a running offense. They ran 6 times to every 1 pass last season. This season, it was just a little bit different where they had 4 passes to 5 rushes in week 1. Didn't have a lot of plays, though. That was the big issue. Now at Central Catholic, what were you running? Were you running the ball a lot? Were you passing? What was the thing there?
When I got in there, they were a run-heavy team. I feel like when I got there, we bounced about 50% run pass. Obviously, games, situations where you're blowing a team out and you have a running clock, we're just going to keep the ball on the ground. We don't want to get guys hurt, keep the clock running. Also don't want to showboat a team. So definitely feel like when I was there, we did throw a lot more than Central Catholic was used to and changed the culture there a little bit. But
4 minutes until kickoff. The captains are meeting at midfield. Bryce Leveros, Luke Larson, Parker Treat, and Owen Herrera are the 4 captains for the Summerville Bears today. We have some of the seniors returning, including, well, these 4 right here. Bryce Leveros showed exactly what he used to do in the 2 seasons prior. Luke Larson, another huge defensive player, had 10 tackles last week, and he led the defense. Owen Herrera got in there a couple of times, but Braden Bustamante was the one that we gave the player of the game to. He only made 1 play. It was a large sack on Mason Tamling to lose 10 yards, but the reason why we gave him the player of the game is because it was at a turning point where the offense would then be able to return to the field and try to make a play at winning this game. Unfortunately, the Bears only had 12 offensive plays in the second half last week, and they're hoping to change that this week, but just being on top and maybe have that running clock like they did last year. But looking at the Denair Coyotes, Summerville is 11-0 since 2008, facing off against Denair. The closest meeting was in 2016 when Summerville won 27-19, and Summerville rushed 9 different players last year, including some of the offensive linemen when it came down to it. Only had a couple more minutes left. Dalton, you ever have your friends go in there, the offensive lineman, take a snap?
oh, no. Heck no, man. Never.
There was only 1 turnover in the game. It was a Denair fumble. Bryson Benitez was 5 of 5 on extra point attempts, including a 25-yard field goal. Leveros only rushed twice in the game for 18 yards, where on average he rushes 13.5 times per game. But he was led by his back, Isaac Biggs, at the time, that had 15 rushes for nearly 100 yards. Larson and Herrera also combined for 13 tackles in last year's game. Denair had only 2 seniors, and so they're returning most of the team back, although those 2 seniors made up 120 of the team's 140 total yards of offense. As the Bears and the Coyotes get set here, we'll turn to the Star Spangled Banner and the flag for your national anthem.
Number 75, James Ford, and number 76, for your national anthem. And welcome Dr. Oliva.
You're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209 or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100. Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by the Bears Quarterback Club, Leslie Heavy Haul, Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, The Outpost, Leanne Lupo, the Sonora Area Foundation, and the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.
We are more than your one-stop shop for snacks and drinks. Our 3 locations, Outpost Soulsbyville, Sugar Pine Outpost, and the Cold Springs Outpost, is gas, lunch, dinner, even seasonings and more. Voted Best Burger of Tuolumne County in 2024. If you're going to Pinecrest, Dodge Ridge, or taking a scenic drive up Highway 108, the Cold Springs Outpost in Delhi is open 7 days a week. At the Outpost, we appreciate the community that supports us.
First quarter underway at Thorstead Field. You're watching Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. By my side, it's Dalton Duracet as the Denair Coyotes try to go with a little onside kick to start the game, but the Summerville Bears quick with the hands to get right on top of it, and they'll start near midfield. Deo Espresso and Smoothies, our kickoff sponsor this year. Thanks for sponsoring Bears football. Dalton, you're from down in the valley. Have you been to a Deo Espresso?
I have not. Never heard of it.
We got to get you one soon. It's one of the best coffee drinks that you'll have, smoothie, whatever you'd like. Just small yellow huts. You could just drive through.
Might end up there tomorrow morning.
Already got a quick issue on the field. The white hat had placed the ball at the 37-yard line, but ball is back up in his hands looking for something new. 1st and 10. The Bears losing last week for the first time since last October. They won the state championship. After a loss, especially after being the state champions and you take a loss like that, what do you look to do right out of the gate?
Right out of the gate, you got to look to score. You got to set the tone early. Not having lost since October last year and losing the first game of the season after bouncing back from a state championship definitely hurts. But like I said earlier, and I'll say it again, good teams find a way to win. When they have a letdown, they bounce back and they find a way to win.
Luke Larson was on the reception there from Bryce Leveros. He was the leading receiver last week against Ripon Christian, where he caught 3 for 3, 87 yards, including a 58-yard pass reception. Took him down, fumbled it in the end, but got right back on top. This time we have Lopez going forward for a couple. It'll be second and long for him.
Called it 4, and that'll be 2nd and 6 for the Bears.
Bryce Leverost had the most passes from a Summerville quarterback since October 27th of 2023, playing against Sonora, and he beat his own record there. He passed for 16 plays, only completed 6 of them. But Leveros showing the arm, staying in the pocket. This ball comes out. It's loose. The Coyotes say they're on top. Going back towards the sideline, the Bears will have a turnover, and it's right back to the Coyotes.
Number 60, more on the recovery.
That ball jarred loose. Bryce Leveros overutilized. He had a nice wide open hole, but you got to punch that peanut and came right out. The Denair Coyotes now can go on top over the Bears. Just a minute 13 into the first quarter. Handoff goes nowhere. He even loses a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Loss on the play. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Nowhere to go. Kyle Hamilton was the first on the scene for the Bears. He was a consistent leader in tackles through last week's game, although Luke Larson was the one to come out on top with 10 tackles, leading the defense. Taking some extended time in the huddle, but then quickly up to the line. Under center, split backs. Turns, looks to throw. Over the middle, has a man down there. Defense was following close behind, but overthrows his intended target of Harlan Brown, the junior wide receiver. Now 3rd and 11 against a great Bears defense. What are you looking to do here, Dalton?
Well, they're in 3rd and long distance here. They're going to have to throw the ball. After that first play, getting behind the sticks, running a wing T offense is hard to do. So they're in a 3rd and long situation. Got to look to throw the ball here or possible screen.
They break the huddle, get up quick, just like we've seen the last 2 plays. Going to the ground, they go, swinging around the outside. Defense is phased. Richie Hanley trying to get down there to cut him off. Finally throws him down at the 25, but the trick play earns a first down and way more. Nearing the high red zone, the Denair Coyotes looking at the end zone now.
Went around with the counter there.
Defense was looking left. The ball goes right. The Denair Coyotes with a massive play.
First down for the Coyotes on the 43-yard line.
Back to the run game. Another switch. Defense sniffs this one's out. Allows them to go nowhere. Connor Hart, the junior running back, plants him right back at the original line of scrimmage.
Hartson on the tackle.
Yeah, Levi, if you're Summerville here, man, you just got to control the line of scrimmage. Defensively up front, they got to control the line of scrimmage. Not let them run the ball and put the ball in the air. See what they're made of. They look like a run-heavy team, so.
Potter gives it off to the first man, and just like you said, Dalton, controlling the line of scrimmage. It's one thing we were worried about coming into this next season. Their state championship team got a lot of their great defensive players, and now they have to work back at finding the people that they need to fill those positions. Richie Hanley returns, Luke Larson returns right behind him, Kyle Hamilton, Evan Roberson. Those are some of the returning guys, but who do you put into those roles when they need a break, when they need to go out for 1 or 2 plays? You have a lot of sophomores that are coming up, some juniors that aren't used to playing the super high level that this varsity team is. So that's the big issue that we've looked at, what happened last week against Ripon Christian. But now it looks like facing off against this Denair team, they're set in their ways, and they're going to keep going at it. 3rd and 11. Potter under center with the single back. Fakes the handoff, play action, over the middle, open, caught, touchdown Denair. First on the board, the Coyotes, 6-0. Potter, you see on the play action, the linebackers went in and the secondary didn't do their job getting in front of the players, left them wide open to score the first 6, and now the extra point attempt from Harlan Brown, who we saw get overthrown earlier from Potter on one of the possible large gains. This kick will knuckleball up and through the uprights. It's 7-0. Denair leading the Summerville Bears. You're watching Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV.
To real estate, you really want somebody who can unlock those doors and hand you the keys. Lupo is the name. Synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County already for 30 years, the latest Lupo family member to join the real estate team at Keller Williams Agency is Leanne Lupo. A Tuolumne County native who knows how special this place is we call home, and a hard worker who cares about clients. Special talent and a Summerville High School graduate and huge Bears supporter. Have her unlock the door and hand you the keys to your dream home today. Give her a call. See what she can do to help you.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you.
Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. The Denair Coyotes currently stunning the Summerville Bears with a quick 7-0 start. Another onside kick attempt. One looked like it may have been touched by John Wilmuth, who is trying to get in on the action fairly early before that 10-yard mark. The Bears recover it. Officials see nothing, and that's where the Bears take over, nearing the midway point. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores, Dalton Durasett by my side. Summerville Bears win a state championship, lose the first game back, and what we talked about with Jeremy Hurtado was you cannot lose that first game back in the season. You want to show that you are the state champions, you're not wavering from what you were doing last year, but after that loss, the Denair Coyotes stunning Summerville with a 7-0 score.
Got to look for Summerville to bounce back here, and they go right back to the quarterback, right up the middle. Get a gain of 6, and it should be 2nd and 4.
Bryce Leveros, one of those guys who's never going to quit. You turn the ball over on one of the first plays of the game, but as soon as you go back in there, he says, "Coach, I want that ball again. Let me show you that it's not going to happen twice." .740 and counting, 2nd and roughly 5. Tight formation, 2 slots to the top. Lee comes across from bottom to top. Lee gets the pitch out from Leveros, slips out of 1 tackle. Here comes a flag. Multiple Coyotes try to take him down. Big body earns 2, but remember the penalty flag went down at the line of scrimmage.
Moody on the tackle.
Holding, number 1 of the offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, 2nd down.
They said holding on the offense here. There's the penalty flag.
I don't see a hold there. That looked like a clean block to me by Lopez.
Ball goes backwards in favor of Denair. Here rolling out is Leveros, has a couple blockers. One guy punches through. The throw is made. Larson gets overthrown as he dives towards the Summerville sideline. Clock stops at 7:08, and it's 3rd and long now. The Bears can't go anywhere in the second drive. Stuck at midfield with negative yards in the possession. Luke Larson last year was 7 of 11 on receptions for 117 yards. Only had 1 receiving touchdown, but there was only 8 throughout the season. Lead that into last week. Larson was 3 for 3, 87 yards, nearly getting half the amount of receptions in just 48 minutes. Leveros sets, runs, back to the original line of scrimmage and a couple more, but now it's 4th and 7. Bears with a decision to make.
bring up a 4th down and 6 for the Bears.
Leveros continuing to churn his legs through multiple bodies. Looks like they're going to keep the offense out there. But what we do know, 4.5-star kicker Bryson Benitez, he got his first in-game punt last week that went 39 yards. In their second punt attempt, it was Bryce Leveros, who stands just a little bit further back from the shotgun position, takes a snap, goes out to the side one way, punts the ball. But here it looks like they're in that true offensive set, as they only need 7 yards to move the chains. From the Summerville side, clock stops. It's a Bear timeout. 7-0 is the score. Denair leading the Bears on NorCal Sports TV.
Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever. You ever needed a specialized trucking company for environmental cleanup? One that provides reliable, cost-effective transportation of aggregate materials and bulk construction equipment? Leslie Heavy Haul, who've been in business since 1978, are your people. Use their specialized equipment and personnel today by calling 209-840-1827 or check them out online, leslieheavyhaul.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram too. It's Leslie Heavy Haul for all your trucking needs, locally and long distance.
Roberson is next to Leveros. Leveros now rolling, looking for an option. High to Larson, comes down with it. First down, Summerville.
Nice catch by Larson on the sideline. And a good throw by the quarterback. Threw him to the outside, away from the defender, right past the sticks, and good enough for a Bears first down.
Leveros rolling to that side. We saw the play earlier to Larson. That went just outside his reach. This time Larson having to elevate to that level and come down with it. Perfect play for the Bears to stay on offense, now inside Coyote territory. Leveros again has Roberson to the top of the screen.
Leveros on the keeper.
Right down the gut. Leveros hardly goes to the outside unless it's a designed passing play, but it's one of the most successful plays that Summerville has in their playbook. He averaged 6.8 yards per carry in last year's regular season, and unfortunately in last week's game he was nowhere close to that, but it's still the most successful thing that Summerville has. Second and 6 for the Bears. At the bottom is Larson and Hanley. Hanley now in motion. Leveros. Play action. No one able to get through. Lobs it over. Larson overthrown for the second time today.
Hey, he had him open. He just overthrew him. Larson was expecting the ball to be out towards the sideline, and ball took him out towards the end zone, and he wasn't ready.
Now another third down for the Bears. And Summerville Bears football has some of the best fans. My parents are watching from Alabama. My sister watching from Nevada. I'm sure we have plenty more. You can be down in the live comment section. Tell us where you're watching from and who you are watching as well. Dalton, is your wife watching back at home?
Man, my wife's watching. My parents are at the San Francisco International Airport watching. My buddy Landon's watching from home.
Shout out to everyone watching, and thank you to the Bears Quarterback Club for making this possible. Here a pitch play, getting a man open left side. Penalty flag flies in the backfield.
Looks in the area of a holding.
That was Clavey Duncan, the sophomore, getting his first touch of the season. Here's the white hat.
Holding, 57, offense.
Dalton, you're right on top of it. Holding against the Bears, so move the marker back 10.
Hey, one thing I like to hear is the white hat on a microphone, so the whole stadium knows what the call is and who it's on. Not every day you see that in high school football.
4:54 left in the quarter.
3rd and 15. Quick official timeout. The Coyotes are going to have to send out Brody McFarland, the senior defensive lineman, substitute him with someone else for most likely an equipment issue. Clock continues to run on the 3rd and long. Leveros pressured hard. The throw is made. Leveros goes down. No penalty flag after a late hit. And this is a gain of nothing. -1 yard.
Be 4th and 16 here.
Now, Dalton, watch this play for me and tell me if this is a late hit, as he had released the ball. Can't quite see the end of it there, but dragged him down a little bit after.
Took him down to the ground after the play. Should have been called. The white hat was looking over here where the ball was. Man, these officials are really hard right now on Luke Larson. It's the 3rd time he's had to come out of the game today for blood on his arm.
4 minutes and counting. 4th down, and out there to punt is, I believe, Bryson Benitez. Couldn't imagine anyone else being in that position for his 2nd in-game punt. Actually, this is Bryce Leveros. He's going to try to fake it and run it. Caught in a pickle, nowhere to go. Only a gain of 1 and a turnover on downs. The Denair Coyotes come back out on offense.
If that was the plan of attack there, they got a better shot to just run an offensive play rather than put him back 15 yards, snap the ball, and try to get a 1st down.
It looks like it's always an option when you have Bryce Leveros taking that snap for the punt, but we've never really seen him take off like that. Defense was
Ball's
quickly
loose.
there.
Summerville recovers the ball, and they got the ball back in plus territory.
Quick back-to-back. It is Gabe Rafferty coming in to make the save for Summerville and get the ball in better field position than what they had just a moment ago. So you see Potter under center, just punched out by Kyle Hamilton. That's going to be a forced fumble. Summerville through 2 possessions, only roughly 20 yards of offense.
Yeah, they got to look to change the plan of attack here. Feel like they're running the ball too much with their quarterback. Put the ball in the running back's hand.
Here he goes again, Leveros.
And about 13 on the play.
Largest gain in one play for the Bears, 13 yards.
Connor Hart with the tackle.
Leveros very shifty, had the blockers, finding every single hole he needed to get that 1st down yardage. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Leveros will have Orlando Lopez to his right side, Luke Larson up towards the front. Leveros taking off, finds the golden turf, touchdown Summerville.
That's exactly what Summerville needed. They needed momentum going in towards the end of the 1st quarter, into the 2nd quarter. Pretty sloppy 1st quarter for them, and hope to turn it around. That's a good start.
Near the end of that play, as Leveros entered the end zone, it looked like he had some choice words for the Coyote defense. Little chippy. We know everyone is going to come against the Summerville Bears and say, we're going to put up our best game. We want to beat the reigning state champions. But the Bears know how to play, and like you said it earlier, good teams know how to win. Larson to hold for the 4.5-star kicker, Bryson Benitez, to tie the game at 7 apiece. He was 54 of 56 last year, and here he is 4 for 4 on the season as he nearly hits the scoreboard. We're tied at 7 at Thorstead Field. This is Summerville Bears football.
Located in downtown Sonora, Grocery Outlet is more than just a grocery store with fresh produce, fresh meat, including organic, but we have a huge selection of vitamins, health and beauty supply. We also have shelf stock with natural, organic, and specialty items that could make your head spin. Not to mention big brands with even bigger savings. It'll make you go bananas. Our annual food drive provides thousands of dollars for our Sonora community. Locally owned and operated by David and Jess Greenblatt.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
We are more than your one-stop shop for snacks and drinks. Our 3 locations, Outpost Soulsbyville, Sugar Pine Outpost, and the Cold Springs Outpost, is gas, lunch, dinner, even seasonings and more. Voted Best Burger of Tuolumne County in 2024. If you're going to Pinecrest, Dodge Ridge, or taking a scenic drive up Highway 108, the Cold Springs Outpost in Delhi is open 7 days a week. At the Outpost, we appreciate the community that supports us and allows us in turn to support the community. At the Outpost, when you walk through the door, you're family.
7-7 in Tuolumne. It's Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. The Bears hosting the Denair Coyotes. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores, Dalton Durasett by my side. And this is Bryson Benitez, the 4.5-star kicker who just added on the extra point and will use the boot to possibly find the end zone here. But it checks up, takes a Bears bounce, and leaks into the end zone. Unfortunately, Bears could have pinned them inside the 1. The ball, a little stubborn, didn't want to stay in the green. High school kickers, good high school kickers are hard to come by, and Bryson Benitez, one of the top 2 in the state last year. The other one was just across town at Sonora. Those were the top 2 kickers in the state of California playing within the same county, and both of them went on to win state championships.
I tell everybody, if you got a kicker that can kick a field goal, that's the difference of the game, in a big-time game. Instead of having to go for it on 4th down, you kick a field goal and get 3 points.
2:55 remaining in the first. Here's another switch play as the Coyotes getting decent yardage before being dragged down by Kyle Hamilton, or rather Clavey Duncan. Those trick plays looking a little bit like Sonora, just not as many options. Coyotes' last possession ended in a fumble recovered by the Bears. Run up the middle. Duncan goes head-to-head with him, but he does earn a first down. Move the chains forward and stop the clock momentarily. Last week against Ripon Christian, the Summerville Bears only had 11 minutes time of possession. Or my apologies, 16 minutes time of possession, which is the lowest since last year's game against River Islands, where they only had 11 minutes time of possession, but it was a running clock in the second half due to Summerville's offense scoring a little too much. Play action, launching deep, one-on-one coverage. It is in and out of the hands, incomplete.
Good play there by Richie Hanley. Didn't turn around, played through the receiver's hands, just what a DB's taught to do.
Stayed in the pocket. Defense wasn't able to get to Potter. Just bounced right off. So that stops the clock with 1:41 to go in the first. 2nd and 10 from the Denair 36-yard line. This one faked me out. He's going down the middle. Tag team between Lopez and Duncan. First down, Denair.
Summerville's having a hard time right now with the misdirection coming back underneath. And if they don't figure it out quick, it's going to be a problem for them the rest of the game.
Directly at half field, the pitch out left has 2 blockers, having to switch from side to side. Rafferty comes in to make the play, but not before they gain 9.
Hart on the carry was brought down by number 17, Rogers. Gain of 9 on the play. That brings up a 2nd warning.
Great job by the running back, Connor Hart, switching side to side. You always want to be behind your blocker until you can find the lane to move forward. and he was going to bounce to the outside, but the Summerville Bears defense moved that direction. So you slow up, stay behind, and then as soon as you know where the defense is going to lead, then you go the opposite way. Potentially just one more play in the quarter. Quick handoff right down the middle again, and Dalton, you said it earlier, the Bears need to figure it out or it's going to be devastating to what this game has to offer.
Yeah, they're just getting pushed around up front right now. The misdirection, like I said, is hurting them from the start of the game. They got to control the line of scrimmage, and right now they are having trouble controlling that line of scrimmage.
Looks like the Coyotes are going to walk to the sideline as they'll let the rest of the clock expire. 7-7 is the score. It's Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV.
A specialized trucking company for environmental cleanup, one that provides reliable, cost-effective transportation of aggregate materials and bulk construction equipment. Leslie Heavy Haul, who've been in business since 1978, are your people. Use their specialized equipment and personnel today by calling 209-840-1827 or check them out online, leslieheavyhaul.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram too. It's Leslie Heavy Haul for all your trucking needs, locally and long distance. Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV, 7-7 against the Denair Coyotes. Second quarter just about underway. Dalton Duracette by my side, got a couple of scores throughout the 209.
Yeah, Manteca's up on Cardinal Newman, who's out of Santa Rosa, up by Napa Valley. They're up 20-0, and Oakdale and Lincoln High School are tied 8-8. And Lincoln High School was off to a hot start last week, putting up 76 points. Expect that game to be a close game throughout the entire night.
As a coach at Ceres, you're obviously paying attention to teams around the valley up here in the foothills. Who's a sleeper team that you've seen in the last week that is going to do some damage later on in the season? Throw into the corner, touchdown Denair. Potter finds his man, Harlan Brown. 34 yards in the air. Coyotes back on top.
And going back to your question, Levi, in all honesty, I was expecting that Oakdale-Sonora game to be a lot closer than it was. I know Sonora's bouncing back from a state championship as well, and they came out firing. I was expecting Oakdale to give them a run for their money, and they just did not. So.
Brown, who just had the reception in the end zone to make it a 6-point game, has a chance to make it 7 with his foot, and he does. It's a 7-point advantage to the visiting Denair Coyotes. Summerville Bears football continues after this message from Leanne Lupo and the Sonora Area Foundation.
To real estate, you really want somebody who can unlock those doors and hand you the keys. Lupo is the name. Synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County already for 30 years, the latest Lupo family member to join the real estate team at Keller Williams Agency is Leanne Lupo. A Tuolumne County native who knows how special this place is we call home, and a hard worker who cares about clients. Special talent and a Summerville High School graduate and huge Bears supporter. Have her unlock the door and hand you the keys to your dream home today. Give her a call. See what she can do to help you. The Sonora Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever.
Denair Coyotes go with a lob dropping down to the 23. The Bears did have a kick return for a touchdown last week against Ripon Christian. It was the first possession in the second half for Summerville that scored them that touchdown. It was their only touchdown of the second half. weren't able to do much more. But now, as the Bears return back to the field on offense, we've seen a lot of Leveros. He's targeted Larson a couple times through the air. But what else can we see? Dalton, you don't know much about the offense, but you just need to have those different components to make the defense do different things, right?
Yeah, eventually going into the second half, Denair's going to key on the quarterback. They're going to send a spy on him. So, you got to, like I said earlier, you got to spread the ball out, get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, and give it to some other playmakers. And I know Summerville has playmakers on their team.
Here's one of them now, the sophomore Carter Lee, trying to evade some defensive players. Past the 50 he goes. A couple more lines of defense trying to get to him down the sideline. Dragged down by the horse collar. And Carter Lee will get all the way down inside the red zone.
Looks to be a face mask on the Coyotes. Going to add some yardage down into the red zone.
You're right, he did grab a corner of the face mask there. I thought it was more of a horse collar getting the hand inside, but since he didn't drag him down, can't be the horse collar tackle. Exactly right, grab that side of the face mask. So that should be a couple yards closer, half the distance. White Hat and the other officials just making sure that they're getting the right call.
About 50 yards on the carry.
Carter Lee with the second longest Summerville Bear play of the season. 58's the longest from Luke Larson last week.
Coming to the goal. First down, Summerville.
Carter Lee got him there. Is he going to take him to the house as well? Luke Larson is always the option when you get to the goal line.
6-yard line, first and goal.
17 rushing touchdowns last year from the quarterback, Bryce Leveros. Carter Lee is on the left side slot. Lopez to his left, Herrera just in front. Here's Leveros now, sliding through the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Summerville.
Touchdown.
Loses the helmet as he hits the turf. Leveros with his third rushing touchdown of the year, had 2 last week. Like I had mentioned, one of the touchdowns from the Bears was special teams play from Orlando Lopez that took him roughly 80 yards all the way to the end zone. Benitez on the boot for the extra point. It's up and through. We're tied at 14 from Thorstead Field. This is Summerville Bears football.
Located in downtown Sonora, Grocery Outlet is more than just a grocery store with fresh produce, fresh meat, including organic, but we have a huge selection of vitamins, health and beauty supply. We also have shelf stock with natural, organic, and specialty items that could make your head spin. Not to mention big brands with even bigger savings. It'll make you go bananas. Our annual food drive provides thousands of dollars for our Sonora community. Locally owned and operated by David and Jess Greenblatt.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209, or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
Perfect.
14-14, the Summerville Bears and Denair Coyotes going head-to-head in Tuolumne. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Dalton Durasett with me tonight from Thorstead Field. Welcome to Tuolumne, Dalton. Got a good taste of 12 and a half minutes of football, already 28 points scored.
Yeah, it's a fast-paced game. I was expecting this game to be a run-heavy game. Summerville scored on 2 runs. Denair scored on 2 passes.
Coyotes will try to return this down their own sideline, pushed out of bounds by Kyle Hamilton at the 32. That's where the Coyotes will start this offensive possession.
Knocked out of bounds by Hamilton.
In Livingston, Sonora took the drive down. They're currently up 17-0 over the Wolves. We talked about Sonora earlier and some of the other scores through the Central Valley. The Sonora Wildcats looking to start their season 2-0. And with the Summerville Bears win a state championship, then you lose the first game of the season. The last time that they lost the first game of the season was all the way back in 2021. It was a 35-28 loss to Waterford. They ended the season 4-5. A pass from Potter, picked off by Leveros. Quarterback to quarterback. Just one play and the Bears get it back.
It's exactly what the Bears needed. They needed another turnover. They got to go down here and score and capitalize and get the momentum shift on their side.
The Coyotes have done a fantastic job passing until this possession when Leveros, the free safety, was able to cut right across in front, take it back, and he'll be right back into play now at the helm. 1st and 10 from the 48 on the Denair side of the field. Leveros puts the man in motion, coming from top to bottom, fakes the handoff to Lopez. Leveros stepping up into throw. It is short to Larson, still almost got it complete.
Another penalty flag down here, back where the quarterback was. Going to be a hold.
56 offense. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
I just got an update on the Holy Bowl down in Stockton. A good St. Mary's team is tied with Central Catholic, who's coming off of a bad loss last week to a Pleasant Valley team out of Chico.
Pleasant Valley has a lot of great sports teams. Their baseball team went up and played for a section championship during the springtime.
At 43-yard line.
1st and 20 here.
First in a plane ride, as I like to say. Leveros using the legs. It looks like another holding play. There goes the flag. Leveros gets taken down after the gain of 10, but we're going 10 the opposite direction now.
This is exactly what can happen for Summerville. Cannot play behind the sticks after a turnover.
Owen Herrera getting a little too handsy with John Wilmeth, excuse me.
Another score out of Summerville's league. Calaveras is leading Argonaut 20-0 in the first quarter.
Argonaut, the former Motherlode League team, exited alongside Amador and Sonora. And while we have that on the topic, we have to talk about the Division 7 rankings in the Sac Joaquin section after this play. Clock continues to tick from 10.5 minutes on 1st and forever. Leveros can't complete the handoff, being dragged down from one side. Wilmeth gets stiff-armed to the ground, but he won't let go. Another loss of yards. It's 2nd and 1,000,000. But the Sac Joaquin section, as we go back to this category, had moved Summerville into Division 7 last year, in which they ended up winning the section, winning state in a Division 6 category. But this year, the section has moved teams around again, leading Linden and Calaveras both into Division 7. So you have 3 Motherlode League teams that are really good that will most likely be 1, 2, and 3 going into playoffs. It's one thing to look at. Leveros gets rid of it quick. It's Lopez. Escapes one of them, but can't do much more. It's going to be 3rd and long now. Summerville will probably look to Larson on this next play. Dalton in this position, you just trying to get more near midfield so that you can get a punt. Are you going for it? You're at the 35 on your own side of the field.
I think they got to put the ball on the ground here. You don't want to get any more negative yardage. Don't get a dumb penalty here. Just put the ball on the ground, get as much yardage as you can, and live to see another day and let your defense go out and play.
Couple of personnel switches. Coyotes moving from one side to the other. Leveros in some trouble. This is high up in the air, and it's intercepted. Brought down by the Coyotes. Brody McFarland, the senior defensive lineman. Credit him for an interception. Leveros in some trouble, decides to throw up a prayer.
Looked like he got tipped at the line of scrimmage, or he got hit so hard that the ball shot up 20 feet in the air.
now is a 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line.
Leveros last season only had 4 interceptions. He has 3 through 1.5 games or 1.25 games in 2025. Bears defense always has to be at the ready. The Coyotes get out of their huddle and go straight to formation. This one bouncing left side, a loss of yardage. Jevin Rogers gets the tackle.
Brought down by number 17, Jevin Rogers.
Good play there by the defensive end, holding his ground, making him bounce outside and making an open field tackle there.
Even looking at the replay, I thought that Deegan Butler had it going up the middle. The tricky thing that the defense has their assignment. They have to stay on that assignment, and they can't look to the other people's assignment, because if you think they have the ball, you're going to go towards them, and it just creates so many issues. Bears have done a better job at that in the last couple of plays. This goes up and over. Hit by Hamilton, lays the boom. Butler goes down for a loss of 3.
That brings up a 3rd and 15 for the Coyotes.
Dalton, do you remember the biggest hit you took in your high school career?
Oh, yeah. It was against one that most people know. His name's Justin Flo. He was the #1 ranked player in the class of 2020 out of Upland High School. Got hit on their sideline after I released the ball, threw a late hit penalty, and coach pulled him out of the game. And I tell you what, that was the hardest hit I've ever taken.
Could still feel it to this day, I'm sure. Potter throwing towards the Denair sideline. Way incomplete. Almost all the way down by your truck and the buses.
Yeah, that ball was to absolutely nobody. Didn't have a man over there on the sideline. Could have got called for intentional grounding there.
7 minutes, 11 seconds, tied at 14 in the second quarter. It's 4th and long. Original point of the line of scrimmage is the 31-yard line. They need to get to the 21, but snapping the ball from the 37. Potter going to the huddle. By his side is Harlan Brown. He's been a main target for him, including the touchdown in the far left side corner. Breaks the huddle. One to his side. Potter scanning for an option. Throwing deep down. Here he is again. Brown with 3 men on him. Intercepted in the end zone. Richie Hanley pulls it down. And it looks like the official is standing at the 1. This might be an issue for Summerville.
Looks like they're giving Denair the ball here. Looks to be a 1st and goal here, the way the sideline official was pointing.
Looking back here, obviously intercepted.
That ball was nowhere near the 1-yard line here, Levi.
So White Hat says caught in the end zone. That's where he had control, so it is a touchback. They were going to place it at the 1 for a moment, but here we'll take a little bit of a closer look. Hanley stripping it straight through the hands of Brown. It could have gone either way. Just like we saw last week, they have one call on the field as it happens. They change it later on. As much as I want to see Summerville in the best position, this ball should be at the 1.
Bears from 20-yard line.
7 to go in the second. Handoff back to Carter Lee. Can he escape the last line of defense? No, he can't, but he does get a first near midfield.
7-yard line.
At least these officials got that interception right and didn't make him go back and replay the down because they couldn't make their mind up.
And another late penalty flag that was thrown at the 40. That was where Lee started to get dragged down by the nameplate, but it looks like the Bears are heading back, saying that it's against them.
After the play, a personal contact number 76 of the offense, taunting, 15-yard penalty to the end of the run, 1st down Summerville. This is number 76's first personal contact out in regards to disqualification.
So unsportsmanlike conduct was the call.
After the penalty at 32-yard line.
And so with that, it's 1st and 10 from the 32.
Summerville still with the first down here.
Lee with another carry. Busting through the defense, a gain of 8.
Dragging bodies with him. That's what you like to see as a coach. Running back that runs hard downhill and drags defenders with him.
Brought down by Hart.
There was a play that made it to ESPN a number of years ago, probably about 10 years ago now, a decade, where a player got through the line, dragged a player all the way into the end zone, 40 yards, he dragged him behind, and that was right here on this field. Unfortunately, it was against Summerville, but it was one of those high school plays that made it to ESPN. Leveros, the flick out to Clavey Duncan. He's weaving in and out of holes. He has lanes to go. Inside the 20, Summerville to the end zone, but multiple flags are right back at the line of scrimmage.
Looks to be another hold.
Couple flags on the play.
Looks to be coming back yet again. And he just threw another flag. Looks like
Third flag on the play.
the quarterback's going to get an unsportsmanlike penalty here, walking back to the sideline, saying something to the umpire in the midfield.
So there was the tackle made there, Dalton, as we scrub this back for a moment. Tackle made at the 45.
Number 2. That penalty is enforced 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Will replay second down. After the play, number 3 is Summerville. Talking back to the official. That's a 15-yard penalty that will be enforced on top of the enforcement. It's still second down.
Right now, Bryce Leveros going back to the sideline. He doesn't know what he did wrong. He's going over to, well, his dad, the coach, Sean Leveros, to see what exactly happened. But if you look at this also, Dalton, watch the positioning of this replay to where the official that threw the flag and where Bryce Leveros is. Leveros is on the right side of your screen walking back towards the sideline, and the official looks over from 10 yards away and throws that penalty marker.
Yeah, as an official, as a baseball umpire, basketball official, you don't look to give guys penalties and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know what that umpire in the midfield's looking for, or if he just thought that it's a good idea to throw a flag on the quarterback. Maybe he said something walking by. We'll never know up here. Didn't look like he said anything from up here, though.
2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties placed against Summerville so far, one against a lineman, one against Leveros. And now it's, once again, 2nd and forever.
After the penalties, that brings up a 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Leveros will have a pack of Bears next to him in the backfield, swinging over Lee. He'll take it himself. He has an option way downfield. Leveros unleashes. This is short. Oh, my goodness. That's not just PI, that's Magnum PI.
Incomplete pass, and there is 2 flags on the play.
15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. The Bears will move forward, and the chains will move with them. JT Oliva was the intended target, but
There's a penalty down back here in the backfield as well. Not sure what that was for.
there's the throw. Oliva comes in the bottom left side of your screen, gets clothesline. That's the pass interference play. And next to me, I'm hearing the murmurs that there was one penalty that was live, which was the pass interference, and then there was a dead ball penalty after the play, which was down near the 15-yard line. So here's the call from the official.
The play, both sides in the air. Or both in the air. Pass interference, defense, that penalty is declined. Personal foul, look to the passer, defense number 1. That 15-yard penalty is enforced from the previous spot, automatic, first down.
So roughing the passer on Deegan Butler, the senior linebacker. It's going to be 15 yards and an automatic first down. That's the one that they will take, which puts them at the 35-yard line. A lot of random things happening here, Dalton, and it's still tied at 14 with 6 minutes to go in the second.
And Summerville's playing about as sloppy as they can play. They got to find the end zone here and get some momentum going into the second half.
1st and 10. Leveros follows next to Lee. Stumbles. No gain.
That was a really late whistle by the white hat there. Could have got the quarterback hurt. Getting body slammed to the ground by the defensive lineman.
Luke Larson will come into the lineup for Summerville. Now this is interesting. It's 2nd and 10. Luke Larson has been known to be the one that gets the snags on the sidelines. And that's the player I would watch for as the Bears line up here. Also coming in is Richie Hanley. Five minutes and counting. Larson's at the top of the screen. Leveros will flick out. Duncan glides right through. Free of penalty flags. Here goes Duncan with speed to the 5, end zone. Touchdown, Summerville. Duncan to the house.
No penalty markers, and we got a Summerville touchdown.
Duncan gets past that last line of defense. You see number 26, Bryson Salazar, trying to get there, but Duncan with so much speed eventually outrunning his linemen, who are his last blockers. Duncan puts Summerville up 20-14, and now we rely once again on the foot of Bryson Benitez.
Benitez to the extra point.
Benitez boots it up and through. It's 21-14. Bears football is on NorCal Sports TV.
CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
At Deo, our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted best cup of coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com.
Summerville 21, Denair 14 with 4:42 to go in the second quarter. Bryson Benitez tacked on the extra point after Clavey Duncan went over 55 yards to the house. Dalton Duracet is by my side, former Central Catholic quarterback, current series high football coach, and he has a couple more scores for us after we see this Bryson Benitez kickoff, ranked nationally in the top 10 for kickoff yards. Benitez boots this one up to the 25. It'll be received. The special teams players can't get to him. Sliding in and out. Here goes Connor Hart. He has one man in front. That's John Wilmuth. Has to hurdle his own player before he gets into Bear territory. Another great starting field position for the Coyotes. Looking to tie it back up at 21 apiece. But Dalton, back to some of these scores through the Central Valley.
Calaveras is up 28-0 on Argonaut at halftime. A shocking one out of Turlock is Tracy is up 14-6 in the second quarter on Turlock.
Turlock Bulldogs, a great team.
And we know Turlock is in some trouble right now, but they still have all their returning guys from last year. That's a shocker to me. And Liberty Ranch is beating Linden 37-0 in the second quarter.
It's a big game to look at for the Motherlode League. Here's a pitch back. A huge hit on Potter. Penalty flag comes in as the ball goes way outside the reach of his target. 3 Bears are there. The hit was laid by Evan Roberson. And sometimes, and we see this a lot, players take hits that are just so big that the official wants to throw the flag because they feel bad for him.
I think that was a clean hit, Levi.
I think the same thing, and we'll look at this again in just a moment. But the flea flicker always leaves options for the defense to get places where they don't want you to be. But he is off his feet as the ball is still in his hands.
Ready to play. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Number 11, defense. 15-yard penalty for the previous spot.
And now, Dalton, this is the first time you're broadcasting a game, and you said, what can and cannot say? I said, well, there's a couple of things, but just tell me what you honestly think about what's happening in the game. And you said, what about the officials? And I'll say it for you, this was a bad call.
That was a really bad call. That was a clean hit. He was in his throwing motion. Ball wasn't even out of his hand yet, and the linebacker hit him right in the chest. Not to the helmet, right in the chest. That's one of those calls you can't make as a white hat.
After the penalty gives Denair first down on the 32-yard line, 30-10.
That gives Denair a lot of room now as they are at the 32 for 1st and 10. Quick stoppage of play as Coach Leveros goes to talk to the white hat, and rightfully so. This has been second, third time where penalty markers have flown where it goes against the favor of Summerville, and we saw a couple of those last week against Ripon Christian as well, but one thing that can defeat these penalty flags is just playing a little bit better.
Not just playing better, playing a little bit cleaner, having a little bit more discipline. I hate to say it, but it starts with the coaches on the sideline. If the coaches don't have discipline, their kids aren't going to have discipline. Being a coach, I'm a stickler for discipline. I can understand a mental mistake, but it's the little things that matter. The hustle mistakes are fine. It's
First and 10 for Denair. The ball goes to Deegan Butler, but ball doesn't want to move. 2nd and 11. Thanks for being in the comments section on NorCal Sports TV. Osman Hussein says, I am here. Once again, my parents watching from Alabaster, Alabama. Alton Tapley watching from Copperopolis. Shout out to Tyler Lassa and NorCal Sports TV. My boss Dion watching the game saying I'm just here for the voice of choice, which you shouldn't do that. Be here for the Summerville Bears. Aunt Amy watching Gage Anderson from Oakland. Here's a play for the Coyotes to get a couple of yards. Had to run about 20 to gain 7, but it does push the Coyotes into better positioning on their next 3rd down play. Brian Cook watching the Bears from Evansville, Indiana. Sybin the Mermaid watching from Miwok. 3rd and 4 for the Coyotes. Three minutes ticking down to halftime. You can stay tuned right here on NorCal Sports TV for the Summerville Bears cheerleaders.
Counter on the play.
Go with that double handoff. Potter gives, and then Brown hands it off again. Try to get the defense to one side, not the other. Earns enough to move the chains.
Brought down by Herrera.
Shout out to former kicking coach Jake Hurst. It's a big part of the team 2 years ago, putting Bryson Benitez in position to become the star kicker that he is today. Former Nevada kicker as well. And I just have to mention this for his sake. Nevada, Reno is the University of Nevada. UNLV is University of Nevada, Las Vegas. He wants to make sure that's a point that everyone knows. So if you ever say you go to Nevada, you better be talking about Reno.
Yeah, I know Nevada is UNR. And that's funny you bring this up. I was just having a discussion with my neighbor about this the other day, that University of Nevada is considered University of Nevada, Reno.
You know, Jake Hurst is going to be in the comments here, I'm sure, shortly.
That must be a sensitive topic.
It's Nevada.
That must be a sensitive topic for UNLV athletes and Nevada athletes.
Just go Wolfpack. That's all I'm going to say after that. Here is the 2nd down play. 4 yards to get the marker. 15 yards to get to the end zone. Pass is complete to Butler.
Pass is incomplete. He dropped it at the last second. Officials were a little late there on the signal.
He sure did drop that. Brought it in for a moment, but as soon as he gets it to the chest, bounces out of his grasp.
That brings up a 3rd and 4 for the Coyotes. 1:38 left in the half.
3rd down. The give inside the 10. Cut at the thighs. Gets the 1st down. The red zone visit puts Denair with a chance to tie the game before heading into the half.
Yeah, and if you're Denair here, you don't want to score too early and give the ball back to Summerville. They got too many weapons on offense. So I think they take their time here and try to get in the end zone. And if you're Summerville, try to create a turnover here. If Denair decides to put the ball in the air, try to get an interception. If not, go for the strip.
Hit as soon as he takes the give.
Denair's going to keep the ball on the ground here. Their coach knows they don't want to get the ball back before halftime, and they want to go into half with momentum.
2nd and goal from the 10. The clock continues to run as minutes turns to seconds. And the only way that Denair has beat Summerville in the air is when they're throwing deep and the secondary doesn't have a ceiling. Right now, Summerville has a ceiling at the back of the end zone. They can only go that far, and they can cover that much turf and stop that air game. So I think you're exactly right. Just keep it on the ground. But Potter almost went to the air on this play. But first, there's a penalty.
False start. 50 is the offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
False start on Bryson Davis, the senior offensive lineman. So take it back 5 yards to the 15. Now that gives a little bit more space for Denair. They were going to pass from 10 yards out, give themselves 20 yards of cushion, but now they have 25 yards of cushion. At this point, do you go into the air, Dalton?
Still keep the ball on the ground here.
Offside to the outside, number 26.
4-yard gain on the carry.
Devin Rogers.
And another penalty marker.
Now will be a timeout for the Coyotes.
There is a penalty marker down at the 9-yard line.
Looks like the official is throwing his chicken wing there. Here's the call from the White Hat.
Timeout. Denair. They're 2nd of the half. After the timeout was called, during the dead ball period, we have personal foul of 50, offense. That 15-yard penalty is enforced at the end of the previous play. The down count is 3rd down.
So Bryson Davis, he just got called for a penalty, the false start penalty. So they moved the ball back 5 yards, and now he gets called for a personal foul 15 yards even further back. It's 3rd and goal from the 27-yard line. 16 seconds to go, and this is where you go to the air.
Yeah, they have to go to the air now. They still have 2 timeouts, but they're 26 yards out of the end zone. Not very many teams have a 26-yard run play unless there's missed tackles.
And now the issue here with Denair is you can go to the air, but we already saw one interception. If that ball gets into the hands of the wrong Bear player, the chances are that ball is going back the other direction and finding the opposite end zone. We've seen it way too many times. You want to go into the half as close as possible, but you can't force anything. If it's not there, throw it out of the back of the end zone, or else Summerville could go up 2 possessions before the second half starts.
And if you're Denair, you'd go into halftime, please, down 7 against the defending state champions. And they get the ball coming out of halftime, so no harm here.
Potter moves Butler to his left side. He has 2 wide receivers to the left. He's going to roll that way. Could have ran it himself. Instead, throws it, goes to the ground. And I believe Denair is going to call their 3rd and final timeout so that they can get a little closer to the end zone, and they'll have most likely one play when we return for 4th and goal.
Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by the Bears Quarterback Club, Leslie Heavy Haul, Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, The Outpost, Leanne Lupo, the Sonora Area Foundation, and the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.
This is Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Dalton Durasett next to me today. It's 4th and goal from the 18-yard line. That was only the second timeout charged to the Coyotes in the first half. They have 9 seconds remaining in the half, and they're going to go to the field goal unit with Harlan Brown. You said keep it to 7, but what about 4?
Yeah, like I said in the beginning of the game, if you got a kicker that can kick a field goal, 3 points is a huge difference in a football game. If you feel confident in your kicker, put the ball up and try to put it to the upright.
Real estate, you really want somebody who can unlock those doors and hand you the keys. Lupo is the name. Synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County already for 30 years, the latest Lupo family member to join the real estate team at Keller Williams Agency is Leanne Lupo. A Tuolumne County native who knows how special this place is we call home, and a hard worker who cares about clients. Special talent and a Summerville High School graduate and huge Bears supporter. Have her unlock the door and hand you the keys to your dream home today. Give her a call. See what she can do to help you.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your...
Thank you to the Bears Quarterback Club for always sponsoring Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. They're the reason why we get to come up here and do these games and also go to the away fields and also broadcast those games. It's 4th and goal from the 18. The Coyotes will bring out Potter to hold for Harlan Brown. The Bears have 4 men back just in case this is tipped or blocked. The snap, the hold, the kick. This is good. Add 3 to the total of 14 to make it 21-17. Just a couple seconds left for the Bears. 4 seconds, and we'll be back for the Deo Espresso and Smoothies kickoff right after this.
To real estate, you really want somebody who can unlock those doors and hand you the keys. Lupo is the name. Synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County already for 30 years, the latest Lupo family member to join the real estate team at Keller Williams Agency is Leanne Lupo. A Tuolumne County native who knows how special this place is we call home, and a hard worker who cares about clients. Special talent and a Summerville High School graduate and huge Bears supporter. Have her unlock the door and hand you the keys to your dream home today. Give her a call. See what she can do to help you.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
4 seconds to go in the first half. 21-17 is the score. A little pooch kick to the 30. Bears will start the clock. Going for an under. Go for a fake Summerville switcheroo. Run out the rest of the time. Zeros are on the clock. It's 21-17. Stay tuned for the Summerville Bears cheerleading squad. That'll be up in just a couple of moments. This is Bears football on NorCal Sports TV.
Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by the Bears Quarterback Club, Leslie Heavy Haul, Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, The Outpost, Leanne Lupo, the Sonora Area Foundation, and the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, Thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Located in downtown Sonora, Grocery Outlet is more than just a grocery store with fresh produce, fresh meat, including organic, but we have a huge selection of vitamins, health and beauty supply. We also have shelf stock with natural, organic, and specialty items that could make your head spin. Not to mention big brands with even bigger savings. It'll make you go bananas. Our annual food drive provides thousands of dollars for our Sonora community. Locally owned and operated by David and Jess Greenblatt.
Grocery Outlet, Bargain Market.
When it comes to real estate, you really want somebody who can unlock those doors and hand you the keys. Lupo is the name. Synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County already for 30 years, the latest Lupo family member to join the real estate team at Keller Williams Agency is Leanne Lupo. A Tuolumne County native who knows how special this place is we call home, and a hard worker who cares about clients.
Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by the Bears Quarterback Club, Leslie Heavy Haul, Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, The Outpost, Leanne Lupo, the Sonora Area Foundation, and the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Located in downtown Sonora, Grocery Outlet is more than just a grocery store with fresh produce, fresh meat, including organic, but we have a huge selection of vitamins, health and beauty supply. We also have shelf stock with natural, organic, and specialty items that could make your head spin. Not to mention big brands with even bigger savings. It'll make you go bananas. Our annual food drive provides thousands of dollars for our Sonora community. Locally owned and operated by David and Jess Greenblatt.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
When it comes to real estate, you really want somebody who can unlock those doors and hand you the keys. Lupo is the name. Synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County already for 30 years, the latest Lupo family member to join the real estate team at Keller Williams Agency is Leanne Lupo. A Tuolumne County native who knows how special this place is we call home, and a hard worker who cares about clients. Special talent and a Summerville High School graduate and huge Bears supporter. Have her unlock the door and hand you the keys to your dream home today. Give her a call. See what she can do to help you. You ever needed a specialized trucking company for environmental cleanup? One that provides reliable, cost-effective transportation of aggregate materials and bulk construction equipment? Leslie Heavy Haul, who've been in business since 1978, are your people. Use their specialized equipment and personnel today by calling 209-840-1827 or check them out online, leslieheavyhaul.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram too. It's Leslie Heavy Haul for all your trucking needs, locally and long distance.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209 or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
We are more than your one-stop shop for snacks and drinks. Our 3 locations, Outpost Soulsbyville, Sugar Pine Outpost, and the Cold Springs Outpost, is gas, lunch, dinner, even seasonings and more. Voted Best Burger of Tuolumne County in 2024. If you're going to Pinecrest, Dodge Ridge, or taking a scenic drive up Highway 108, the Cold Springs Outpost in Delhi is open 7 days a week. At the Outpost, we appreciate the community that supports us and allows us in turn to support the community. At the Outpost, when you walk through the door, you're family. The Sonora Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever.
At Deo, our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted best cup of coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com.
Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by the Bears Quarterback Club, Leslie Heavy Hall, Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, The Outpost, Leanne Lupo, the Sonora Area Foundation, and the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on this TV quality broadcast. This is our way of saying thank you to the Bears community for all the support through the years. On behalf of the Bears Quarterback Club, thank you for watching and supporting Bears football. Enjoy the game.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
Located in downtown Sonora, Grocery Outlet is more than just a grocery store with fresh produce, fresh meat, including organic, but we have a huge selection of vitamins, health and beauty supply. We also have shelf stocked with natural, organic, and specialty items that could make your head spin. Not to mention big brands with even bigger savings. It'll make you go bananas. Our annual food drive provides thousands of dollars for our Sonora community. Locally owned and operated by David and Jess Greenblatt.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
When it comes to real estate, you really want somebody who can unlock those doors and hand you the keys. Lupo is the name. Synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County already for 30 years, the latest Lupo family member to join the real estate team at Keller Williams Agency is Leanne Lupo. A Tuolumne County native who knows how special this place is we call home, and a hard worker who cares about clients. Special talent and a Summerville High School graduate and huge Bears supporter. Have her unlock the door and hand you the keys to your dream home today. Give her a call. See what she can do to help you. You ever needed a specialized trucking company for environmental cleanup? One that provides reliable, cost-effective transportation of aggregate materials and bulk construction equipment? Leslie Heavy Hall, who've been in business since 1978, are your people. Use their specialized equipment and personnel today by calling 209-840-1827 or check them out online, leslieheavyhall.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram too. It's Leslie Heavy Hall for all your trucking needs, locally and long distance.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209 or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
We are more than your one-stop shop for snacks and drinks. Our 3 locations, Outpost Soulsbyville, Sugar Pine Outpost, and the Cold Springs Outpost, is gas, lunch, dinner, even seasonings and more. Voted best burger of Tuolumne County in 2024. If you're going to Pinecrest, Dodge Ridge, or taking a scenic drive up Highway 108, the Cold Springs Outpost in Delhi is open 7 days a week. At the Outpost, we appreciate the community that supports us and allows us in turn to support the community. At the Outpost, when you walk through the door, you're family. The Sonora Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever.
At Deo, our purpose is to provide you with the best quality drink available and the fastest service. Now with 10 little yellow drive-through coffee shops in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Voted Best Cup of Coffee 16 years in a row. Check out our menu and locations at deoespresso.com.
Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV is brought to you by the Bears Quarterback Club, Leslie Heavy Haul, Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, The Outpost, Leanne Lupo, the Sonora Area Foundation, and the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.
Hello, Bears fans. The Bears Quarterback Club is excited to help bring you Bears football live streamed into your home or your device. Enjoy all the Bears football action on
24 minutes down, 24 minutes to go. It's Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV, 21-17. The Denair Coyotes were the first on the board, the first to score on the state championship field of the Summerville Bears. It was up 7-0, but then the Summerville Bears were able to get their offense grinding and take a 4-point lead heading into the third quarter. A field goal from 36 yards put Denair in position, and now they get to receive the second half Deo Espresso and Smoothies kickoff. Dalton, you said you've never been to Deo. You got to try the Peanut Butter Blast if you're a peanut butter fan. One of the best drinks in the county.
Oh, I love peanut butter, man. Love peanut butter.
Peanut Butter Blast used to be on their secret menu, and then they just made it a public thing, and now I can't be the only special one to get it. 12 minutes on the clock for the third quarter. This is loose near the 50. Summerville says they have it. A fight for the ball still. Summerville jumping up and down. Rafferty says we have it, and we do. The Bears get it in control. Just a second taken off the clock. And Dalton, when we were talking at the half, you said if Denair does not come out and score on this first possession, it's going to be Summerville all the way. Not even going to get a chance to touch the ball.
Yeah, if Summerville scores here after that, that's a huge momentum shift here. Summerville's got to be able to capitalize on their opportunity here and go down and put the ball in the end zone. Looks like we're going to have a little discussion here in the midfield. Not sure what there's a discussion for. Ball clearly hit the Denair. And Summerville does get the ball. Be first and 10 at midfield.
49-yard line, first and 10.
Bears offense now out there with Leveros and company. First and 10 from the 49 on the Denair side of the field. Leveros in the gun. Carter Lee going from bottom to top, bulldozing past 1, 2, 3 defenders before being taken out by Jose Mora. And there is a late penalty marker, right? Did I see that correctly, Dalton?
Yeah, it looks like there's a late penalty marker.
We'll slow this way down here.
Didn't see what the penalty could be for, though. The first play out of halftime, there was already a penalty flag. Looks to be on Summerville.
Dead ball, personal foul, 57. Offense. They hit 15-yard penalty to the end of the run, downtown to the second down.
After the penalty, that will make it second down and 15 for the Bears.
So second and now 15 for Summerville. Penalty flags hurting everyone. Leveros pitches it out to Clavey Duncan. Trying to use the speed to catch the corner, but you're starting on the right hash. You might want to try the opposite side where you're going to have a little more room.
Yeah, tough to run a toss to the opposite, to the short side of the field. You got to come to the opposite side, go to the wide side, get your guy out in space that has speed. Don't like the play call there on second and long.
3rd and 13 now. We've seen a couple passes fly from Leveros. Will we see one here?
Yeah, more than likely. I think we'll see one here. Play action, possibly a screen.
Trips to the bottom for Leveros. It'll be a design quarterback draw. He hits the line, and there's nowhere to go. Steep hill to climb for the Bears. Only going to go a little bit forward.
Oh, now he's down. Gain of about 6 on the play.
These officials are not blowing their whistle in a timely manner. Going to get the quarterback seriously injured here.
First down for the Bears.
As long as that ball is moving forward, it's one thing. But you're exactly right. There was a stop of forward momentum, and you have to blow that whistle eventually. Leveros has his jersey nearly halfway off, can't fix one of his shoulder pads, and this leads to a 4th down. Kyle Hamilton will be out there. It looks like Leveros will be set to punt. Last time he didn't take the kick. He tried to go and catch the corner for some yardage. Didn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage. But here with 10 minutes left, Leveros will let this go as it'll take a roll up and over the head of the returner. He's going to be close to that ball, and Clavey Duncan goes and snags it. As a special teams player, if somebody's that close, maybe wait and see if it's going to tap him a little bit.
Wait and see if it's going to tap him or let it keep rolling down to the 1 or 2 yard line. I think that ball still had a little bit more touch on it to get down closer.
A lot of zip from Leveros. We've seen that a lot. He takes the punts over Bryson Benitez. So he just gets that roll. You don't need a lot of hang time unless you're trying to make a play exactly where you're stopping the ball. So Leveros does a good job from distance, being able to go end over end and have that roll right to where you want. What do you think of this approach, Dalton? Stay in the huddle, and as soon as you break, you go into position, take the snap.
Yeah, it's that traditional wing T offense that, I really don't know who started. I know Oakdale ran it for a while, and Oakdale ran it when I was playing at Central Catholic, and it gets the defense off guard. It doesn't give time to defense to get set up, and with all the misdirection and stuff, that's why I think Summerville had a harder time in the first quarter and a half of trying to stop Denair and trying to read their keys. And like you said, in an offense like this, Summerville being on defense, keys, you got to read your keys. That plays a huge role in defense here. Can't look at what other guys do. You just got to look at your assignment and stick to that and hope your brothers behind you got your back.
2nd and 8 for Denair. This is the worst starting field position out of either team in today's matchup. Owen Herrera slips one tackle, and then the play is eventually made by Clavey Duncan after the gain of 3. Over the 11-game history since 2008, Summerville has scored 440 points. Denair only 116 for an average score of 40-10. And today, a 4-point difference, 24 minutes in. Summerville has scored upwards of 48 points, 49 points 3 times in the 11-game history. And the most Denair has scored against Summerville was all the way back in 2009 when head coach Ben Watson was still here, 6 years before head coach Leveros took over. That was 45-28. The Coyotes, it's the most points put up against Summerville in their history.
Ball's on the ground. Quarterback recovered it.
Potter was the quarterback last year as a sophomore and returns as a junior to take home of this Denair Coyote squad. Getting better every year, it seems. Last year it was a 38-0 blowout in favor of Summerville on Denair's home turf. But then this year, putting up 17 points and a half, especially through the air, where Summerville and actually just high school teams in general, you don't see that passing game too much, but the Coyotes came out slinging the ball, and they were able to get 2 touchdowns through the air.
Yeah, caught Summerville off guard like I told you. There were misdirection, quick to the line, throw Summerville off.
4th down, has to get it off. Great hang time, will drop at the 40. Leveros is the one back, but he'll stay away and bring out his offense from the 43-yard line. The Bears will return with 7 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the 3rd. The Bears couldn't do anything on the opening drive out of the second half. The Coyotes couldn't get out of the 10-yard line even. But now Summerville returns. What do you look to see here in the second half?
They got to keep the ball on the ground here. Pass game just hasn't been efficient. Haven't had time to throw the ball. Always had pressure. Put the ball on the ground with your running backs. Let them make plays. Take control of the clock and We take control here of the line of scrimmage.
The possession starts from the 43 for Summerville. He has 2 slots at the top, 1 at the bottom. That's Clavey Duncan, who takes the end around. The flick out pass from Leveros, leading the blocker of Orlando Lopez. 2 yards is the gain on the play.
Gain about 3 on the play, brought down by
2nd and 7 here. This is a play. Time to throw the ball if coach wants to put the ball in the air. You can't just keep run and pass it on 3rd and long situations. You don't set your guys up for good positioning, and pretty easy for a defense to read a key on 3rd and long when you're going to pass. So I don't dislike a pass here on 2nd and 7.
Clavey Duncan exits the Summerville offense, and so does Orlando Lopez. Evan Roberson took the place of Duncan, which makes me think Leveros is going to be taking this himself. He is. Follows behind Roberson, bouncing. Does he have the speed? Jumps through. A little Ginobili Euro step in the middle of a football game, but Leveros comes up a little bit limping. First down, Summerville.
Williams and Salazar on the tackle.
Shifty play from Leveros. Tried to squeeze through. First and 10 from the Denair 45.
45-yard line.
Lee in motion. Takes the grab. He's bouncing off bodies. He continues to roll. First down, Summerville.
Down to the 30-yard line. Gain of 15 on the play.
Evan Roberson stayed in the game there. They're going with the bigger package. Roberson and Carter Lee. Roberson sets the way for him, and Lee just bounces right through the middle. The Coyotes can't get a snag of his jersey, which leads him to move forward 12-plus yards. But now shying away from that offensive package, Clavey Duncan will go back, and Evan Roberson stays in the game here. He'll be next to Leveros. But with that, Roberson, he does have a lot of speed, but you're not going to give this to Duncan to follow Roberson. Leveros.
Leveros on the carry, running hard.
7-8 gain.
Gain of about 6 on the play.
Looks as if Denair's front D line are getting tired. Summerville's now controlling the line of scrimmage and just running the ball.
From this point forward, Summerville most likely going to run it out because of that. That defensive line gets tired. The best thing to do is just keep pushing right at them because they're going to get progressively tired with every single play. 2nd and short for the Bears. Leveros to Roberson. Moves the chains. Another red zone visit for the Bears. Evan Roberson hasn't taken a lot of snaps offensively where he gets the ball.
I haven't listened to today's. But you listen like the last couple days? Yeah. So you like when Mike does the Bill Krosky? Yes. Bill Krosky can unscramble screws legs, too.
Another 1st and 10. The false start will be the call as the penalty flag flies from the white hat.
False start. Offense for 57. 5-yard penalty is still first down.
Chris Chevrolet called for the false start. Some scores from other Motherlode League teams. Bret Hart down 21-7 against Franklin. That's at halftime as of 19 minutes ago, a little bit behind. But Calaveras leading 28-0 over Argonaut in the 4th quarter. Leveros. Back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10 after the 5-yard gain.
Moody more on the tackle.
Probably the week I needed to beat him to make the playoffs. No, I'll never forget, dude, what I was doing when Josh Allen scored a double touchdown.
Okay. 2nd and 10.
I was actually going to make the playoffs.
21-17. The Bears looking to go up by 2 possessions. Clavey Duncan evading a couple of tackles down to the 10. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Good game down in Outwater, Levi, with Houston Huskies at the Outwater Falcons, 14-7 at halftime. Outwater's up.
Houston Huskies have been everyone's enemy in the Central Valley. Multiple time section champions, getting there more often than not. Come up to here in Tuolumne a couple years ago. Summerville would go down and play them in some very aggressive, tight battles, but Houston has moved on from Summerville. Summerville has moved on from them. The last time they faced each other was in the section championship in D6, where the Huskies were just able to pull ahead with less than 6 points. Leveros spins out of 1 tackle, finds the end zone, touchdown Summerville. 10-point lead as Leveros once again churns the legs to find the golden turf.
Good physical run there by Leveros. Bouncing off defenders, finding his way in the end zone. Definitely does not shy away of contact.
Leveros and his older brother, Braylon Leveros, who is now on the sidelines with the team as a quarterback-style coach, never afraid, as Bryson Benitez will have his extra point block, and the game stays at 27-17. An unfortunate miss there for the 4.5-star kicker, Bryson Benitez.
Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever. You ever needed a specialized trucking company for environmental cleanup? One that provides reliable, cost-effective transportation of aggregate materials and bulk construction equipment? Leslie Heavy Haul, who've been in business since 1978, are your people. Use their specialized equipment and personnel today by calling 209-840-1827 or check them out online, leslieheavyhaul.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram too. It's Leslie Heavy Haul for all your trucking needs, locally and long distance.
27-17, Summerville leading the Denair Coyotes nearing the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. He's Dalton Durasette. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. Leveros punches his way back into the end zone. Bryson Benitez with his technically first miss of the season as the extra point was blocked. But Benitez will launch this one over to the left side, and the Bears will take him down at the 42. That's where the Coyotes start their next drive. That was the Deo Espresso and Smoothies kickoff. Thank you to Deo for sponsoring Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. Sonora Wildcats with another win. Start off the season 2-0. 51-0 was the final score against the Livingston Wolves there.
Yeah, no surprise there. Sonora went down there and did what they were supposed to do and handled business.
And now Dalton, as a coach at Ceres, a week 2 bye. How does that feel?
You know, I'm not a fan of week 2 buys. However, going back to Houston, we played Houston last week and got 5 or 6 of our starters injured, and took this week as a week off for them so they can heal up. So,
end around. Lopez trying to catch him. Rogers gets the shoestring tackle after a 20-yard game. For Summerville, after the change of the Motherlode League, 7 teams in league, so you have 6 games, and your bye week is essentially week 3, week 4, so that you can play a couple games and then go right into it. And I don't want to say it's hurt Summerville. We haven't really seen the effects yet, but for this season, you have Ripon Christian, then you play Denair, a week off, you come back and play Johnson, a non-league game, and then you start league the following week. It's very interesting. How many teams are in your league with Ceres?
7.
Okay, so same exact situation.
8 schools.
8 schools, 7 games.
7 games. We have 3 preseason games. So I'm not a fan of a week 2 bye, but then again, it worked out in our favor this year just due to injuries and trying to get guys healthy for next week.
No incentive to actually, like, he does that passing test, like, it doesn't matter, like, all you have to do is his face
The loss last week for Summerville was the first non-league loss since August 25th of 2023 when they played Dos Palos for the second year straight. The game ended 34-27. It's the last time Summerville lost a non-league game, over 2 years ago. Here's the pitch out pass. Jonathan Whitney's in the backfield, and so is Owen Herrera. A TFL for the senior linebacker, Owen Herrera.
Yeah, again, good play there by the defensive end. Keeping his outside hand free and keeping contained and making the running back cut back into his defense pursuit there. And good job by Summerville filling.
Going back to those last week meetings as well, Denair playing Modesto Christian with that 66-0 win. It was the first time defeating Modesto Christian in 6 meetings, going all the way back to 2004. Coyotes trying to break free again. They get another first down on the third and short play. Time close to expiring in the third quarter as we have the 10-point matchup. The Coyotes making another run. We saw their defensive line get tired. Slow to move the ball in this offensive possession, but they keep moving the chains and now have another red zone visit.
Yeah, they keep going with that in around. For some reason, Summerville cannot stop it. Again, it's just going back to reading their keys.
Final play of the third quarter. Take a dive on the sideline. As time runs out in the third, we have 12 minutes to go. Summerville leads Denair 27-17. The Coyotes right there looking to score at the goal line.
Located in downtown Sonora, Grocery Outlet is more than just a grocery store with fresh produce, fresh meat, including organic, but we have a huge selection of vitamins, health and beauty supply. We also have shelf stock with natural, organic, and specialty items that could make your head spin. Not to mention big brands with even bigger savings. It'll make you go bananas. Our annual food drive provides thousands of dollars for our Sonora community. Locally owned and operated by David and Jess Greenblatt.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
We are more than your one-stop shop for snacks and drinks. Our 3 locations, Outpost Soulsbyville, Sugar Pine Outpost, and the Cold Springs Outpost, is gas, lunch, dinner, even seasonings and more. Voted best burger of Tuolumne County in 2024. If you're going to Pinecrest, Dodge Ridge, or taking a scenic drive up Highway 108, the Cold Springs Outpost and Deli is open 7 days a week. At the Outpost, we appreciate the community that supports us and allows us in turn to support the community. At the Outpost, when you walk through the door, you're family.
27-17, the Summerville Bears lead the Denair Coyotes at Thorstead Field. He's Dalton Durasett. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. 12 minutes to go. And as we look at this, Summerville has been controlling the ball for the most part. The Denair defensive line has gotten tired, as you had pointed out. But with just 12 minutes to go, Denair needs to score twice to get on top, and even their defense has to make at least one stop. It's going to be difficult for the Coyotes, but putting up this score so far against the defending state champions, impressive to say the least.
Very impressive from Denair. They won a state championship a couple years back, and since then they haven't been as good as they were then.
Another end around. Herrera dragging him down from behind, grab the shoulders. A great job of staying away from that nameplate, because that's when you get the penalty markers.
Looks to be a first and goal from the 10.
That was Connor Hart, the junior running back. Owen Herrera with just too much speed, able to catch up.
Going back to what you said, they have to score here. They're down 2 scores. The way Summerville controlled the clock that third quarter and kept the ball on the ground, they have to find a way to get in the end zone here if they want to keep it close.
First and goal from the 10. The handoff, the ball is loose. Summerville comes away with it. A block is made by Whitney. Here he goes into Denair territory. Evan Roberson inside the 20, the 10, end zone. Touchdown, Summerville. And my apologies, not Evan Roberson, but Carter Lee, the sophomore inside linebacker. Able to get his hands on the ball, take his time to do it. The major block thrown by Jonathan Whitney to set him up to go 90 yards to the house. Summerville's defensive touchdown will make it a 33-17 game. Leaping his way into the end zone. Bryson Benitez had his last extra point denied by the Denair line, and this one will do the same. That's going to be dead in high school football. He can't run it back. But back-to-back, Bryson Benitez, his special teams line unable to hold for him to get the kickoff. It is 33-17. We'll continue with more Bears football after this message from Leslie Heavy Hall.
A specialized trucking company for environmental cleanup, one that provides reliable, cost-effective transportation of aggregate materials and bulk construction equipment. Leslie Heavy Haul, who've been in business since 1978, are your people. Use their specialized equipment and personnel today by calling 209-840-1827 or check them out online, leslieheavyhaul.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram too. It's Leslie Heavy Haul for all your trucking needs, locally and long distance. Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship. And
Carter Lee making plays on offense, making plays on defense. Gives Summerville a 33-17 lead over the Denair Coyotes. Benitez will launch this right into the chest of the returner at the 15-yard line. Looking for another big hit on the Denair sideline. Play is made after a gain of a couple. 9 seconds taken off the clock on the kickoff return. And now, you said Denair needed to score on the last possession. Everything has to go wrong for Summerville for Denair to win this game. But at this point, if Denair is just looking to move on in the season, go into their next game, what can they work on in this next 11 minutes to set them up for the future of their season?
They got to try to find the end zone, fix a little things offensively. Defensively, if they give the ball back to Summerville, they got to try to get a stop. They just got to clean a couple things up. Pretty impressed with Denair. They're physical, they're quick. They're disciplined.
Potter fakes one, fakes two, play action over the middle, has a man sandwiched between black jerseys, but the play is made to once again Harlan Brown, the main target from Potter, earning a first down and more into Bear territory, taken out by Clavey Duncan.
That's exactly what they want.
Yeah, if Denair wants any chance back into this game, they got to keep putting the ball in the air and trying to find end zones quick, especially the way Summerville's running the ball right now and just killing the clock.
Potter, another play action. Lee is in the backfield. He has to do something. He gets rid of it outside the tackles. He just throws it at the feet of Mr. Suggs, one of the great Summerville Bear teachers here on campus. Been here a long time, always a student favorite. Looking at the D7 rankings for the Sac Joaquin section, Summerville fell out of first place after the addition of Linden and their loss last week against Ripon Christian. So Linden takes the #1 spot after having a 15-12 win against Destiny Christian Academy, former Capital Christian in Sacramento. It was Destiny Christian Academy, who was Division III, ranked number 8 at the time. Linden able to take them down just by 2. The 2nd and 10. Potter unleashes. Whitney is the primary defense, but Potter just couldn't get it to his man.
And going back to Linden, they're down 37-7. So if Summerville can hold on to this lead, I think those rankings got to shift.
Moving down the line with Summerville, of course, it was the loss last week against Ripon Christian, 35-21 to the number 4 seed in D6. Stone Ridge Christian, who Summerville played in the section championship game last year, they had a win against Rio Vista, 35-24, and Rio Vista is actually number 5 in the D7 rankings now. And then Calaveras, they're also an addition into the D7 rankings new this season. They took a 21-20 loss to Bradshaw Christian, who lost in the section championship last year to Sonora. Lopez will get credit for this tackle. A gain of a couple, but it's still 4th down.
That was on the carry with Lopez on tackle.
I think you just because you know like 2 deputies doesn't mean you know the whole department. We have to get after this thing. Well, looks like I'm going to be getting off late. Why?
4th and 4 for the Coyotes from the 39-yard line.
No, I don't have to, but I'm going to. Like, it looks good for us.
Denair, by the way, in the D7 rankings, placed at 11. And from the looks of it here and how they played in the first half alone, if they can continue that through the season, they'll easily get a spot into the D7 playoffs. 4th and 4. Ball is loose, has to pick it up and stay on his feet, but by going down at that point, it's going to be a huge loss of yards.
And a turnover on downs.
And a turnover on downs. Bryson Salazar went back, just fell on the ball. If I were him, you're outside the tackles, pick that ball up, throw it downfield out of bounds, and Summerville gets it at the 39 rather than on your own side of the field.
After the turnover on downs, the Bears will take over at midfield.
Calavera scores final 35-6
Over 9 minutes.
over Argonaut.
Left in the game.
Argonaut, not exactly sure how they're looking this year after they left the Motherlode League and started playing some of those Sacramento teams. It was definitely a change. But Argonaut and Amador are both up there now. Interesting to see, but Calaveras and Argonaut have a lot of playing history, playing each other for year in and year out, being up here in the foothills.
Yeah.
Cornell and Moody on tackle.
2nd and 8 for Summerville now. They're just going to run this ball and hold on to it for as long as they can. They've had multiple possessions take 6+ minutes from inside 50 yards.
Dude, I don't know. We might have like close to, I don't know, 75 sounds like a good number. Do you know the one? Yes.
Brings up a 2nd and 8 for the Bears.
I probably couldn't name every single one of them just off the top of my head, so yes, I do know.
Duncan wrapping around the give to Lopez instead. That'll learn about 4.
Carry brought down by Moody and Butler.
Last week in the start of the season, we saw some fun scores go up into the 60s, into the 70s, overtime, all that. And Dalton, you pointed out a score to me, 67-67 in the 4th quarter. Early in the season, the defense just not show up, or the offense is just that good?
I think a little bit of both. I think teams that throw the ball every down, they put up a lot of points, and if you're playing a defense that can't stop a pass, I mean, man, you're destined to put up 45, 50 points a game.
3rd and short for the Bears. Leveros pushing up the middle. It's going to be close to that marker. If not, if it's 4th down, I'm sure the Bears just go for it. But they do call 1st down for Somerville through the legs of Bryce Leveros.
I don't know, dude.
Orlando Lopez was his primary blocker. He got all the way through. The defensive line was able to collapse in time to take down Leveros, or else he could have been finding the end zone shortly after.
I think Leveros is one of those players that can find the end zone on any given play. Not afraid of contact and hard to take down.
Lee, now Lopez. They're trying to strip it away from him, but Lopez's grip strength keeps him with possession.
Now also, if you're the head coach here for Summerville, you got to keep the ball out of the quarterback's hands. Give it to running backs. Cannot get your quarterback hurt here. And this is a time where teams go after quarterbacks.
And another stoppage of play. Penalty flag.
Probably your dad. They're the exact same age. That was a dumb question.
We have a
Gaddy says she sees Ed at the gym all the time.
rules official next to us, and the words that came out of his mouth were, "Now what?"
Yeah,
Yes.
a lot of penalties thrown here by this officiating crew.
After the play, there are 2 fouls, one by each team. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting, 13 to Denair. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting, 15 of Summerville. Those plays will offset. It is still 2nd down.
So 2 taunting penalties, 1 against each team, so those offset. 33-17, 7 minutes left in the game. Get called for a taunting penalty.
After the offsetting penalties, we have
Dahl, you played on a very prestigious Central Catholic team. Central Catholic football is huge, not only in the Central Valley, but having opportunities to go down south, play some big teams down there. Taunting penalties, what does that get you from that huge D2 coach?
Oh, man. We taunt another team, we're out of the game for the rest of the game. The whole next week at practice, you're going to pay for it. Your teammates are going to pay for it. And it's not one of those things where if you were my teammate Levi, you got a taunting, I'd pay for it too because we're teammates. It's not one of those things where it's individual penalties. Essentially, it is an individual penalty, but it turns into a team because at some point your brother's got to have some discipline to keep you disciplined yourself. And in high school, there's no need for taunting. Just go out there and play football and respect the game of football.
1st and 10 after that play. Evan Roberson right through the middle. Pay dirt. Touchdown, Summerville.
touchdown. Untouched.
Slipped through like a snake through grass. Evan Roberson only had one touch on the side of his arm. Outside of that, he could have been on his way to Black Oak at the Charlie. 39-17. And Bryson Benitez, his last 2 extra point attempts were blocked. Larson will look to hold again, and left guard is who we've seen allow the player to get through. This time they will not, but it barely floats over. 40-17 is the score. Summerville Bears football continues after this message from the Sonora Area Foundation and Leanne Lupo.
To real estate, you really want somebody who can unlock those doors and hand you the keys. Lupo is the name. Synonymous with real estate in Tuolumne County already for 30 years, the latest Lupo family member to join the real estate team at Keller Williams Agency is Leanne Lupo. A Tuolumne County native who knows how special this place is we call home, and a hard worker who cares about clients. Special talent and a Summerville High School graduate and huge Bears supporter. Have her unlock the door and hand you the keys to your dream home today. Give her a call. See what she can do to help you. The Sonora Area Foundation remains focused on its mission of strengthening its communities. It does that through 3 functions: assisting donors, awarding grants, and leading the community. The vision of the Sonora Area Foundation is that it will be the benchmark for exemplary practices in the philanthropy field. You can go to sonoraarea.org to learn more. Sonora Area Foundation, for good, forever.
Thank you to Leanne Lupo and the Sonora Area Foundation for being sponsors of Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. With that last touchdown from Evan Roberson, the Bears lead 40-17 at Thorstead Field. You can read the story tonight and on Tuesday's paper in the Union Democrat.
He is set to kick off.
Summerville Denair. Bryson Benitez will look to continue this as it goes into the end zone. Denair will start from the 20 with 6 minutes, 8 seconds. He's Dalton Durasett. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. And, of course, we love our Summerville football fans. Shout out to Ashley and John watching from Soulsbyville.
First and 10 here from the 20.
Penalty flag flies before the play can start.
False start. Offense number 1. 5-yard penalty for the previous
False start
drive.
on
First
Deegan
down.
Butler, the senior fullback. That'll push him back 5 yards to the 15.
Bring the first and 15 for the Coyotes from the 15-yard line.
Potter will come back out. And John Wilmuth not going to enter the huddle. He'll just stay at the top of your screen. Can't see him in the angle right now, but John Wilmuth out there alone. We'll see if Potter wants to go to him on the 1st and 15. And
another penalty marker.
let's see. Who is that on everybody?
5-yard penalty, still first down.
Snap infraction on their center. Everybody moved but the center.
So after 2 plays, 10 yards of penalty, 1 second has been taken off the clock, and the Bears defense is chomping out the bit because this is where they do their best work. Over the years, we've seen Summerville pin teams inside the 10, and from that spot, you need to watch Owen Herrera, Evan Roberson, Luke Larson. Those are the 3, and Kyle Hamilton has picked up huge defensively this season. Those are the players you need to watch because you're not going to get much once you're inside the 10. There's the stop, a loss of 1. Clavey Duncan, Malachi Fromm, Malachi Lopez, all in the mix to make the stop.
We got Duncan, Lee, and Lopez on the tackle.
It's the 1 day a week I sleep in. It's like the 1 day.
Craig Cook watching from Marion, Arkansas.
I do everything I love on Sunday.
Shout out to D. Perks, Ethan, Orion, Dustin, and Kyle watching from San Andreas. Shout out to Eric Hike. Actually, this person said, Levi, I'll give you $20 for a shout out of D. Perks number 45. Guess I got $20.
Yeah, better send them to Venmo or something.
Shout out D. Perks. Closing in on 5 minutes in the 4th. Another run. This one will do some work for the Denair Coyotes.
Puts them in 3rd and manageable. You know, if you're Denair here and you're the coaching staff, you just want to see some positive stuff to end the game. Game is out of their reach, but still room for improvement, still room for some positive.
Crowd has gotten eerily quiet here. The Coyote fans were making some noise fairly early on, up until that last Summerville touchdown. They thought they had the chance, and it was certainly in reach. 33-17, it would have taken a lot, but it was in reach until that turnover that led to a touchdown.
Is Chobani, like the yogurt brand?
Bring up a 4th and 10 for the Coyotes.
4th and 10. They started with 2 penalties, got back to the line of scrimmage, but now their punting unit will come back into play. And Summerville will most likely take a couple runs to end the final 4 minutes, unless Clavey Duncan wants to return this.
But you'll still smash like a big parlay. Every Friday night before the game, yeah. I might get one after this too, just to fill her up.
The snap, the punt, a lot of hang time, not going very far. It'll drop inside the 45, take a Coyote roll toward midfield. But Summerville will have less than 50 yards to go until finding the golden turf with just 3 minutes, 38 seconds remaining. Leveros and company will take the field, take a couple runs, and then Summerville will head out with their first victory of the season. Now Dalton, after seeing a lot of flags, the massive flags that we saw, the Denair Coyotes putting up 17 points but not being able to do anything after the field goal right before halftime. Summerville really taking over in the second half. What would you expect for the rest of the season for these two teams?
You know, Summerville in the Mother Lode League and playing D7, everybody's got a shot at that level. They keep progressing. Even after last week's loss, they just keep getting better. You can expect them to make a deep playoff run again. And for Denair, like I said earlier, Denair was good. They had a good state run a couple years back, and since then they had been on the decline. And what I'm watching right now on this team, they got fight in them. They got some athletes. They got some good size to them, and looks like they're well coached. So you expect them to make a run too in their league, and hopefully they can make a playoff run for themselves.
Malachi Lopez spinning in and out of pressure. First down and a little bit more. Malachi Lopez last week had 2 rushes for 8 yards. He was the leading rusher outside of Bryce Leveros.
We got
just 8 yards.
Another penalty on the play. A little pushing and shoving between both number 2s. Between Wilmuth and Lopez. seemed to be Wilmoth that got the flag. He's going to get penalized here for a shove to the face on Lopez.
Now, we've already had a couple of complaints about the officiating, and the officiating expert that we have up here, he was looking at them, he was evaluating them, he was writing things down, and one of the things he said is the officials aren't doing anything to stop them from having these unsportsmanlike penalties and personal fouls. You have to get in there, you have to make a presence as an official so that the players know that they can't do these things, and by not doing that, you're letting them do that, and then you're penalizing them after, even though your job is to be there for when those things are going to happen. Malachi Fromm breaking free, nearly takes down an official as he goes right into the end zone. Touchdown, Summerville. Malachi Fromm, one of his first offensive touches on the season. Last year, he had 11 rushes for 136 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. And here, trotting into the end zone in Game 2 of the season. Bryson Benitez on the extra point attempt, looking to tack it on for a 47-17 score. He'll be able to do it. More Bears football returns after this message from Grocery Outlet.
Located in downtown Sonora, Grocery Outlet is more than just a grocery store with fresh produce, fresh meat, including organic, but we have a huge selection of vitamins, health and beauty supply. We also have shelf stock with natural, organic, and specialty items that could make your head spin. Not to mention big brands with even bigger savings. It'll make you go bananas. Our annual food drive provides thousands of dollars for our Sonora community. Locally owned and operated by David and Jess Greenblatt.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209, or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
Summerville getting Week 2 victory to go 1-1 on the season with still 2 minutes, 21 seconds left. I'm just calling it here. Summerville's going to win this 30-point game as Benitez looks to send this off in our Deo Espresso and Smoothies kickoff. I'm the voice of choice, Levi Flores. He's Dalton Duracette making his broadcasting debut. Dalton, has it been fun?
Oh, yeah, it's been fun. You know, I was a little nervous to start. Not used to this side of football, but it's been fun.
You've been on the field, you've been on the sidelines of fields, and now you're up in the booth with a microphone.
Oh, yeah. It's been different. Play-by-play, it's been different. Not having a play sheet in front of me, calling plays. It's been good, though. Appreciate the opportunity to come out and help you out.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Tuolumne's glad to have you with us. Summerville, of course. You could go over to Sonora if you want, but it's a little more boring.
Yeah, I don't like those Wildcats.
We got 2 of them standing next to us, too, but, you know, they're still here doing Summerville football instead of Sonora. Here's a decent run for the Coyotes, getting 11 yards. Clock ticks down from 2 minutes, 13 seconds, but stops to move the chains for the time being.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on here, but I'm going to shout out our 2 camera guys. I think they've done a great job today.
Got Cole Parkin in the middle at center cam, Taylor Rector right next to us. Taylor Rector, your new brother-in-law as well.
Yep, my new brother-in-law. They've done a great job tonight. I've been watching replays and watching it live on the field and on camera, and they haven't missed one play yet. I hope everybody on TV is satisfied with them.
Executive producer Dion I, Cole Parkin, Taylor Rector on the cameras, Dalton Duracette on color commentary. I'm the voice of choice with you all season long for Summerville Bears football. 2nd and 10 will be the next play for Denair as they get swallowed up with no gain.
23 on the carry. And Wyatt Berger siding on the tackle.
So Dalton series the Hawks, right?
Series Bulldogs.
That was close. Series Bulldogs.
Series
Bulldogs coming up next week for you. It's your final non-league matchup?
No, we got 2 more. We play at McNair tomorrow, and then Next week we're at McNair, and the week after that we are at Buhat Colony.
The Thunder.
Buhat Colony Thunder.
And looking forward to league for you. Who are some of the powerhouses that you have to defeat this year?
Lathrop High School is a workhorse. Lathrop got Oakdale High School's old offensive coordinator, so they are physical, they're big, they're fast, they run that wing T. Other than that, our league is wide open for second place. Everybody's expecting Lathrop to win. Now, anybody can win on any given day, but at some point, some of us coaches have to be realists, and we take second place in league, we'll be happy, and we just found out we got bumped down to D5 playoffs instead of D4 this year.
It's an interesting thing the section does. They always move teams around. They're making decisions that a lot of the teams, the fans, they don't like the decisions. And with Summerville going down to D7, I didn't like that for the team. I wanted them to stay in D6, but when Sonora came down to D6 the year prior, it was unfair at that point. So then moving down to D7 made it playable. After that, the addition of Linden Calaveras, they're making D7 better, but I also feel bad for those smaller schools that are really good that just now don't have a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all for giving everybody a chance, and you got to place teams in schools where they belong. Sonora, for example. Sonora obviously just beat a D3 powerhouse. There should be no reason they shouldn't be in D4 or D3 playing with those schools. I know their school size is small and all, but you put them in D6, and they run through D6, and what are you giving the other teams that work hard for? And the section, like you said, they do some weird stuff, but everybody does weird stuff. Coaches do weird stuff, players do weird stuff. So, they've done it forever. So people should be used to it. Coaches, parents, families, everybody.
I just got the Max Preps notification that this game is over before the final seconds tick off. But it is over now. Somerville, the defending state champions, get their first win of the season against the Denair Coyotes, 47-17. Dalton, final thoughts before we close this one out?
Yeah, I thought this was a big win for Somerville. Wasn't at the game last week. We had our own game. I watched it on NorCal Sports TV replay. They played bad. They played sloppy. I thought this was a great bounce-back win for them. Great forward progress for them going into next week, into their bye week. Hopefully they can get another preseason win or 2 wins and get into the league with a full head of steam and just keep the train rolling and no setbacks and no stops.
Thank you to all the sponsors of Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV. Make sure to subscribe. We're just 200 away from being at 20,000 subscribers. So subscribe, hit that notification bell to know when we are live. Summerville Bears football has a bye week next week. In 2 weeks, we are back home at Thorstead Field to play Johnson out of Sacramento. Be here for that in person or right here over the airwaves. Summerville football is on NorCal Sports TV. For Cole Parkin, Taylor Rector, Dalton Duracette, I've been the voice of choice, Levi Flores. And one more shout out to one of the big Summerville fans, D. Perks. Thanks for being here. This is Summerville Bears football on NorCal Sports TV.
What do you think of when you hear the word raining? The thing with the English language, you can hear a word that sounds the same as another. For most people, they heard raining and imagine this: dark, gloomy, wet. But for Tuolumne County, they heard raining, as in reigning champs. The Summerville Bears have a share of the Motherlode League title. He's gonna go! He's gonna take it! For the first time, the Summerville Bears are the Sac Joaquin section champions.
It'll try to answer quickly. He breaks past the secondary.
From league to section, and now state champions, it's the Summerville Bears.
Touchdown, Summerville!
The reigning champions return to the gridiron. Summerville Bears football is on NorCal Sports TV. Tuolumne County, where we win big.